because usually your homeowners doesn't pay your business. If you run a business out of your home, your homeowners is not going to cover that. That's commercial, it's not private. And a lot of people don't know that.
Right.
So understanding that you're going to need that professional liability. Also, the more things you promise. So if you're CPR certified, if you are a registered vet tech, if you're representing those things as bonuses, there's going to be a higher standard of care
Oh,
associated with that. People, if I go to someone and they tell me they've got all this extra training for medical, for veterinary emergency, vet tech training, and they know CPR, I'm going to expect that they can stop the bleeding.
yeah, right.
So,
Okay.
just being careful that the reasonable person standard may change depending what you're saying you have. So,
Your expertise. Okay.
if
Oh,
I'm a
that's good.
certified dog trainer, there might be different expectations than if
Yes.
I'm just a pet sitter.
Yes. Okay. That's a very good point. I'm glad you mentioned that because I never even
Yeah.
thought about that.
So different kinds of insurance. There's professional liability insurance. There's what sometimes is called care, custody, and control. So you have property in your control, and the insurance is going to cover that.
Oh,
There's
okay.
there's bonding insurance if you're going into other people's homes in case something gets stolen. That's more of
Hmm.
a trust issue.
Yeah.
Um, if you're doing dog walking or you may have to transport a pet to the veterinarian in an emergency situation, there may be auto insurance implications.
Oh, yeah.
What
Okay.
if you get in a car accident on the way to the vet? Who's paying? Is that your
Yeah.
LLC that's going to pay? Is that that you're engaged in a
Not
business
insurance.
practice?
Yeah.
It's not your personal
Wow.
policy.
Okay. Yeah.
So again, insurance isn't my thing. So I usually say make sure to have these conversations with your insurance agent. I always go to them and say, I just want to make sure I'm covered. Like these are all the things I do. What do you recommend? What
Okay.
kind of coverages do you recommend? I literally just had this conversation with my homeowner's insurance last month. I said, look,
Okay.
I don't know what I don't have, right? Like, is there a separate policy for wind damage? Like, I wouldn't even think of that. Is there a
Yeah.
separate policy? Because I just learned there's a separate policy for flood damage.
Yes.
So, is there something else I just don't even know exists that I should have?
Right. What
I
don't
am
you
risk averse. What else do I need to buy? I'm your
know?
dream client right here. So,
Yeah.
and then he walks you through, there's this, and this costs this much, this costs this much. Or, what's your risk tolerance? And then you
Yeah.
make your decisions.
I see. Okay. So what do you think about those insurance companies that are like set up specifically for pet sitters?